Hi, welcome to New Normal. My name's Alex. I'm Triton Derivative, and this is Crypto Today. Gonna start things off in the NFT world. I like the JPEG people. A song here by an artist named Maxwell Bruno. He's a artist and musician, crypto creator, thought leader in the space. I love everything this guy does. And as I said, Maxwell Bruno is a thought leader in the space as well, and a kind of like a trailblazer in their own area. Creator from Nairobi, Kenya, and I think he's got great style. He's been making merch NFTs lately, and also has this really awesome voxel project where he's doing these buses, which go back to this culture thing that he was doing a long time ago. And what I think I covered him on the show like a year ago, maybe even longer, where he's talking about painting buses and stuff like that. He made voxels of these buses that they paint, and I think it's awesome. And yeah, that's like a thing where he lives, is that they paint the buses and they look amazing. Um, he's an amazing artist and thought leader in the space. And I think, if I dare say, underappreciated. Give him a follow. Give this non-fungible culture thing a follow. A little engagement wouldn't hurt. And go check it out. Here's those buses. I love them. They're cool. Pokemon, Bored Apes. Got those like Doge or Shiba. You got a little Buzz Lightyear action going on there. And the what does that say? The OPSEC Pepe. I'm not sure what's happening here, but this is I'm probably gonna get one of these. And also, the Homer Simpson Culture Bus is absolutely amazing. What are these things? Is this like a number plate next to it? Yeah, it's 0001. Okay. I like this collection. I like what he's got going on here. Um, and he's just been steady producing for like, I don't know, yeah, like did he say 4 years, something like that? Yeah, 4 years. Um, one of the people that I kind of like started following when I came into the space, and just one of the first NFT artists that I was really interested in. And he makes amazing music, and the collection is growing. There's a lot of like, kind of like maybe like lo-fi. Oh, never mind. That's not true. Never mind. There's so many different types of music. I was gonna say that there's like kind of like 8-bit and lo-fi music that's kind of like been sort of popular on chain, mm, or like generative, like infinite loop tracks. But no, there's so many different types of music, and he's just one of the great selections that you have to choose from. And give it a listen, scoop some, support this amazing artist, and support all the artists in the space that you have the ability to and that you appreciate. And sometimes it's as simple as a like and a retweet, because you never know who might be like, oh yeah, this is awesome. I really like Dorkholm, and Dorkholm just posted this thing, and enjoyed the minting on Jpegpeople. That's who I started off that image in the beginning. Yeah, I like the word stuff. I like big gifts, and I cannot lie. Famcom. There's a bunch of cool ones. Skimming through here. Got a little turkey there. I saw one that was like a donut and a little yellow man. It looked like Homer. It said D apostrophe OH. Pretty sweet, good humor. And I think they got nice, kind of like good lines, good imagery, nice contrast between the background. Almost looks like construction paper. Just I really like this kind of like look, and sometimes that's the thing that you get. And remember what I said about like you never know who's looking. Uh, this is, who knows. It's not important, but that's good influence I'm knocking in there. Hey, Dorkholm, who's getting friends and family their first NFT for Christmas, and what you planning on gifting them? My response was, all the ladies in my life are getting a Dorkholm. Yes, pound it, Dorkholm. Your artwork is truly amazing. I love the stuff that you do. Um, I scooped these the other night. One reminds me of a picture that was at my grandma's house, and I think it was of my grandma. But I get a kick out of Dorkholm's art. I have gotten a kick for many a day, a long time, super long, Just kind of been lurking on their collection and stuff like that. But the stuff they've been making lately has really appealed to me. So I actually managed to get four in a row. So there's like four pieces that are like actually at least released one after another, and I like that vibe. Uh, I like the way that I really like them. And I think I was gonna give this one to my sister. Um, I got my partner another one, which we have like a pair. This right here, which I love greatly. I love this so much. This pair right here gives me such great joy to look at. I was humming a tune, drinking in sunshine, and in disguises no one knows. And my partner and I have just sat here with this like one on each screen. We got the two screens, or we got like just make it as big as possible, and just kind of like look at it this way, or like max this out right on the screen because I like looking at it this like I feel like these two go together very well. And honestly, I envision physicals of these. Like, I would very much like a print of this. So, hey, Dorkholm, if you actually have physicals, I know that, like, I've read some of your descriptions, and it's like mixed media. Um, so I'm not sure how much you're doing on canvas or on paper. And if there's a physical that you have of some of these, I'd be willing to talk. And honestly, I hope that there's some situations in the future where we can make this really easy because I want to give one of these to my family. You know, um, if I give this to my mom, I would like to give this to her about like maybe 40 inches tall. 40 inches tall sounds about right. This one maybe even larger. Those other ones, I feel like this one's much similar to those other ones. These ones, greatly, greatly. Pull up. This one reminds me of this show my wife watches. Good shows, good stuff. I I very much enjoy this collection. I very much enjoy this collection. When I decided to go for it, it was because I saw this piece. This was the first piece that I bought of theirs, and it was from this like great artist Steel collection. And I just think this is absolutely fantastic. It's a movie. That's Dorkholm. Go check it out. I love it. They got great humor. They got a great sense of composition, and yeah, what can I say? They're to me a personal legend in the space. I think everything that they've done has been consistent, and it's beautiful. I love their art. They've really have great titles. We move like caged tigers. What's the other one? This is where the wild roses grow. I love it. So this Santi.eth Santi Siri person says yesterday chatting about proof of humanity with Vitalik Buterin, he said something that never occurred to me. Proof of humanity and universal basic income help find a new use case that can onboard people beyond exchanges and gives everyone their first crypto. We need tech that push change to the real world. We need tech that push change to the real world. Turns out most innovation happens on the digital realm because making changes and iterations on cyberspace is easier than making changes on the real world. But this creates the dystopian scene we see on San Francisco. Billionaire wealth, unaware of the inequality all around, finding mechanisms that help effectively impact reality over virtuality is essential if we're going to make technology that leaves a better world for the future generations. And it's true. I've seen many use crypto for the first time with UBI. Now we need to improve and grow. I agree. Super based. Super based. What if we had welcome packages for onboarding different user models with diverse outreach strategies, which may help draw new users? Like, I have an example here, but, for instance, you have, never mind, let's not get Galaxy Brain. Sorry. Stick into the map. No loss lottery plus UBI charged NFTs. Stake to onboard. You throw a little bit of ad spend, but essentially you give people something to hang on to, a physical, I should put this first, sorry. You give them a burner wallet, or, there's like an emblem vault too. I could have put that up here. So burner wallet is a QR code with, just the basics, and you have the ability to like load it up, or just give this to somebody, and then you can send something to them. If you want to give somebody an NFT, you can do that. So back to me gifting this for my mom and trying to be like, all right, I want a 40-inch piece of this. I go to the print shop, I print this off, because I can just right click this, go to the print shop, print it off. Then I print off a QR code, not just to the Opensea listing, but I print off a QR code to the burner wallet. And somebody has, and I don't necessarily have to use burner wallet because I don't know if this is active or deprecated. Don't use this without researching. Okay? Austin Griffith is awesome, and like the XI team is awesome. I don't know if people are using burner wallets anymore. I have no idea if this is still a thing. But this is where my mind went when I saw this post. So, got a no loss lottery ticket and some cool NFTs, got some promos or some hot new releases. Every once in a while somebody's like, like, I'm gonna give away an ape or something like that, or like you gotta get a high profile giveaway, just like how on Pull Together they have like the kind of like extant pools where these pools have bonuses in them. They sweeten the pot. I remember for a while somebody was putting like $10,000 worth of hex in it every month. I thought that PIZZADAO could put pizza token when that happens. I'm going to circle back around. Because I think that we could have these like weird, wild flywheel mechanisms where via a universal basic income process and connecting with like great onboarding tools, first contact to crypto with no loss lottery makes a lot of sense for a lot of people. You could even just like, those little like pieces of paper where there's like, you got a job, take a little like strip of paper, and you could have a little no loss lottery ticket on there. Like, we could stake to have thousands of Pull Together tokens that are just equivalent to spendable dollars in paper form. And those things are loaded up with other art. And charge with UBI or any of these promotional things. Oh, sorry guys. Sorry. I'm sorry, those people, I didn't mean to do that. So they have this process where you onboard, and if you come here, you'll look at these people's faces. But I'm making media, and there's no point for me showing all these other people. But basically, like, I love the idea of acting as a conduit to creators. And something that I have seen since the beginning of my interest in crypto has been that we need an onboarding process that isn't difficult. Here, remember 12 words. Well, write these down. Don't lose them. Don't show them to anybody else. And also, if you lose them, you won't be able to access your funds. So, good luck with that. And then people are like, yikes, this is dumb. If I go to a bank and I tell them blah, 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 and I ask them for a refund, they usually do it, that kind of thing. But you're only earning like 1% at the bank. And if you stick around to the end of this episode, you will realize that there are so many dank farming opportunities. And yeah, you want to get in on some of the liquidity pool to action if you dare, because there is a margin of doomfilledness. But sorry, got distracted there. Proof of humanity is one onboarding tool amongst many. Because Pull Together and PIZZADAO have proved to be a way to onboard people that makes sense. Yeah, I was gonna have the video with Katrina, but she's on this one. So it's okay. Go on to the futures of these processes. You have a future bond on POH. You have a future bond on Pulled Together like physical IRL liquidity depth. So, if somebody says, like, I got this ticket that says it's a no loss ticket, can I cash this in for $1? We can do that at like a pizza place or at a normal party store because we can start establishing those relationships. Because wherever they sell lottery tickets, we can be going. We can have like somebody that I'd do that. I'd love to do that kind of thing on behalf of like the Ethereum Foundation or on Pool Together. Queer pizzas, it's wonderful. Buy a pizza, buy a bunch of people pizzas at a party. Basically, is the plan. Last year we threw the world's largest pizza party, and it is probably the greatest aspiration I've ever held within my general imagination. I've never felt so amped about any type of thing in my whole life. Occupy was very consuming and very interesting, but it wasn't something that. Well, I mean, it changed my life and sent me in a new direction. It led me to crypto. Rare Pizzas is something that like I feel like I'm coming home to. It's like this is the kind of organization that I want to be part of. I want to take part in at least taking a crack at world hunger and opportunity and another form of way to consider universal basic income. Free pizza for all. Because you should be able to buy sushi with pizza, or you should be able to buy, dollars pizza if you want. I'd I'd spend pizza on dollars if I wanted to like pay my bills. So, with a web of kind of interlocking opportunities, we can use different forms of DeFi tools to create basically like a standard base supply metric where we can say, like, all right, we'll give you collateral on we'll give you collateral on your pizza box and guarantee the price at mint. So if we can collateralize this at like, 1/3 over a period of time and consider that like our bonding term, and then consider that this has a bonding curve which goes up to 10,000 Bitcoin per pizza. So the idea is to use all these different interlocking DeFi tools to create a large web of fungible it's art, it's an effort, it's also kind of a placeholder for our intentions. If we say we all think pizza should be free and we work towards that, we can use these DeFi tools to create sort of a flywheel effect to fulfill this bonding curve mechanism, or this bonding curve pricing scheme playing out. And I can think of nothing better in the world than making pizza free for all. I think pizza should be free. World's largest pizza party. Let me do that right now. Sorry. Checking my notifications when I'm doing my job and all that right now and all that. ApWine. Goes good with pizza. Perhaps being able to tokenize future yield of pizza could be a consideration in this bonding process. They're also turning the corner and going to be kicking off like another kind of leg of their journey, generating interest and liquidity and participation with their platform. And what is this? Is this another airdrop? What's up with that? Huh. This is the first I've seen of this, actually. You've heard it here first, folks. Or at least I have. That's exciting. Maybe I'll circle back around to that on another episode. Do they have merch now, too? What's going on here? Very nice. Nice purple. I like that plum kind of color. Grape color. One of these kind of like legs of this DeFi table, including financialized NFTs and on great onboarding tools and usability, and creating a new class of assets which people can use as leverage so that they may either improve their quality of life or stack fat chips. Who knows? But there are a bunch of really cool platforms coming out that have sorts of neat options and opportunities. You can, yeah. So I mean, always do your research. A lot of these numbers here, can rapidly change, um, and understand the counterparty risk of smart contracts and their constitution. Be sure to always do your research. Always, always, always double check. Get a second opinion. Don't ape unless you ape and so. So NFTFi is another option for financialized NFTs where you can lend, borrow, and Also, it's got a pretty nice interface. It kind of you can see like it's like a showroom. I think there's some of the stuff like you could buy via an offer process. Um, but basically, it's like people could say, okay, I got this thing, this board ape here. I want, what would they want? Maybe like 40 ETH at 8%, 7%. I don't know what they're looking to do. That kind of thing. You set your terms, and another person either says yes or no, and that's pretty cool. One thing that I'm into is the possibility of guaranteeing your own NFT and kind of like farming around it, and sort of like charging your NFT, if you will, so that you can kind of like guarantee the price of it in the future. I feel like there's implications for that. It's like a reverse mortgage. It's like you like over collateralize your holding. Covered when WAGMI on the show before. They're great. This is like the only thing that exists in this world, apparently. Um, Great shirt. I feel like I saw Gabriel Haynes wearing that shirt recently. Oh no! Does it all come crashing down here? We get halfway through and we get a black screen. This is Aave. I was gonna go on Aave and kind of like follow up and talk about delegated credit and um, other types of leverage that are available in the space, such as Gearbox Protocol, which just opened up a new level recently. They were having like their permission list was for people with a pretty high degen score, and I think more people can use it now. I'm not sure if they're doing a test net or what the deal is going on. But I really like the vibe for Gearbox too. Seems like a cool thing. Got a good thing going on. And all these things can fit together much in a similar way as Bunchy Protocol does. NFT as collateral, as they say here. Um, they say capitalism is based on privacy property, free market, and capital accumulation. Like barbed wire made possible the fencing off of vast ranches, NFT will alter, thus redefine the concepts of property. NFT is the new form of capital. Use NF to accumulate on top of your NFT. The problem is one-to-one NFT collateralized loans are economically inefficient and not scalable, right? Because even if I guarantee my own NFT and I'm just farming, like there's still only that one side there. I'm just one side of that productive asset. So why don't I just farm that productive asset instead of adding extra stuff of saying like productive asset plus NFT equals blah blah blah. Because like the way that you make that work is by having a bonding process or by having some kind of uh like added service that comes with it or added value that it's got to be worth it for somebody. um NFT pool mechanism presents important disagreement. When withdrawing your NFT, you have no insurance, you will unlock the same one. So that's like in NFTX, you can put your NFTs in there, but you might get it out. And you can farm that placeholder NFT which may be for like punks or maybe for something else, and like they may hold their value fairly well. But if you really like the one that you have, like let's say you're not a whale and you don't have like a bunch of things that you can kind of just like shift and shuffle, and you look at more like financialized assets instead of like people who look at it like um, collectibles and cherished items, things that have a certain degree of sacredness, if you will. And the team on this is amazing people, and I've covered them on the show. I have a great deal of respect for these folks. Vasa, smart contract lead. Tony Stark is full stack, and Theo Roche is design and marketing. The current state is that NF Lend pre-alpha release a one-to-one market making protocol with NFT as collateral using Aave credit delegation for more liquidity, an additional APY for liquidity providers. And there is alpha incoming. See, that's why I want to click on this Aave thing. So it's still not. It's kind of there, but it's not working very well. So we're gonna keep moving. There's other Aave little doodles. The highway to personal capitalism. Bunchy does not have either a governance token nor an official Telegram group. There's a Discord, and it's pretty relaxed. They have had a kind of like low key, long launch. I love their style. What's this? Oh, I was just looking at this. I don't know what this is. I'm not really covering this on the show. Maybe I am. A DeFi protocol for minting, trading, and managing NFTs representing financial ownership. DYOR. I've never looked at this. I've never even clicked on the website. I think I was just curious about this. I was also going to talk about dev in relation to Bunchy, because that's how originally Bunchy was. One of the ways that they were raising funds to develop over the term, and dev protocol is a great plan and a great model, and it's also something that can be applied when you start considering like getting quality of life improvements to the people who need it appropriately, like on a case by case basis. Proof of Humanity is a super awesome opportunity to do that and use these tools that exist to go through and improve their lives. And like multiple touch points. And having multiple touch points and having tools to connect with those touch points, you could theoretically like no loss fund different initiatives that you're like super into. Dev allows you to earn 30% while you send 30% of the tokens. You can look at it like inflation. Of the token supplies, inflation rewards are going to the people who are creators and you yourself who are supporting creators. And 5% goes to the upkeep of the platform. Stake Social really has my interest, and it's not just for GitHubs anymore. It is also for YouTube channels, and I think they have other plans in the future, possibly. I think maybe with like blogging platforms, thinking WordPress, that sort of thing. But yeah, Stake Social is really cool. Dev platform is Stake Social, same thing. This is their app. Start your own economy easily with a powerful blockchain solution designed to help grow your creator business. Take advantage of the Web3 technology and integrate it with a variety of decentralized apps to accelerate the growth of your own economy. It's awesome. I think this is a great tool for people who are in the space that want to set up a funding mechanism that's no loss fashion, basically. Like, I mean, like, you do stand to lose, like, if the token itself loses value, then your initial investment's value could depreciate. But, you know, the market moves in cycles, so if you're patient and you time things right, you can kind of ride the wave. So, you know, make your own decisions, do your own research. I'm not telling you to like buy this stuff. I'm just saying these are really cool things and I'm covering it because I'm interested in these things. And I use them. I use Dev Protocol to fund Bunchy. I mean, I'm not a whale like Tetranode, but um, I'm trying these different things out and I'm trying to share that the tools are out there. And, you know, I hope this brings you value. And in case you don't have the time to decode alpha, I'm gonna try to bring some serious drip here. Because right now, there's a lot of red. People are swimming in a sea of blood, and there's whales just racking it. And if you look here on this little tetranode whale bunny thing here with the Giga gloves or whatever they're called, the Nintendo Power Gloves of an inevitability. You can see that there's all this stuff here. What do we got here? Oh, that looks like chain link. And we got Ethereum, which work together mighty nice. And we got Curve, the Curve Universe, okay? The Curve Galaxy, Curve Universe, probably. And first we have this little cigarette thing, which we'll circle back around to. We know Spell. This is Spell here. This is Frax, I believe. What is that thing? Is it that L2 or the proof of stake thing? The DeFi? Oh geez, I'm sorry, I'm flaking here on that. Um, you know, where you can stake, you get like 30, you get like, no, you get like 18% on that thing. I don't know what you actually get for Chico covers it, whatever. It's on a show. This thing here, Jpeg'd. Get that in a second. There is Convex. Is that Frax? No, that's Frax. This is was it Rye or whatever it's called? We have Ohm and Redacted. And then this is Dopex. And all these things work together. And these are all different things that Tetranode, a whale of massive proportions, is collecting. Showing you like these different protocols are of interest. And if you've noticed in the market, these protocols are still green. I mean, I don't know if they got a token yet. I've been trying to track down this JPEG thing. It's wild. I was also going to talk about GMX in that they have like time locks and rewards. Oh look, Fran Drescher. And they have these little blueberry NFTs, which give you a little bonus and stuff like that. Great launch. It's on Arbitrum. And all this fits together. Arbitrum is going to have a little thing going on here, I think. Like futures contracts with Dopex. I think I even touch on that later in a second. Maybe I'll come back around. So what is Jpeg'd? This thing that was here. What is this thing? This little thing right there. Oh, I feel like I had a better point to make about that. Sorry. Jpeg'd. Like, and why do I think Jpeg'd? Look here. There's that cigarette again. Cigarette. Cigarette. Jpeg'd. Did I click that? No, we didn't click that. I clicked it. I didn't. Oh, that's the alpha I was talking about. See, so you got Dopex. See that little logo right there? Doodly doo. And you see on Tetranode's glove, a cigarette, and you got the Dopex logo. Bum, 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 bum. It's all fitting into this like kind of like future of France ecosystem. And if you look on this post as well, you'll see a bunch of very kind of like esoteric alpha tidbits. This is a very weird meme. I tell you how Redacted cartel slots into Dopex IO revenue generation model for mutual benefit, but you wouldn't believe. Going to Dopex land as a millionaire. It says this hardwood and DeFi god. And so there's alpha here, you know. This is I'm always like, you know, you gotta be skeptical. Don't ape unless you are of that ilk. If you snoop around on the redacted documents and stuff like that, you'll see that there's a real plan, and they keep kind of like unredacting some of the information. So it's like, oh wow, you get to see the plan come together. It's like that was there all along. Fascinating. And this is all about curve wars. Because people want control of monetary policy globally. And in reality, curve is actually the gateway. I'm not sure if I have the post where the person says, like, you know, there's going to be a flippening and the major cryptocurrency is not going to be Bitcoin or ETH. It's actually going to be a stable coin. And the stable coins have to be transacted somewhere. And Curve is actually the strongest player in the dollar space, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, you know, like you can say that like the individual monetary policy unit players, such as Maker with DAI, or the Tether cartel with Tether, or USDC kind of Coinbase thing going on. I don't think it's just Coinbase. I can't remember who else is in that little thing, maybe Square and stuff like that. But I think it's Coinbase for the most part. They're like creating a monetary unit that is transferable and guaranteed as best as they feel they need to within the span of the law to, you know, get people to use it. And there's also cool experiments going on with people talking about different, you know, like magical internet money. What a great system. What about Frax? Great system. I'm still blanking on what it's called. I was ready to go when I came stepped to the plate. When that music was jamming earlier, I was smoking my pipe. Feel good. Jpeg and Dopex. Dopex is a permissionless, decentralized, and on-chain options protocol that is on the Arbitrum network, layer 2 of Ethereum mainnet. They're building an options protocol that will enable cheap, deep liquidity and on-chain options in DeFi. The protocol is governed by the DPX token with an additional RDPX token that is used for rebates and also for opening synths and using RDPX as collateral. That actually sounds like GMX. Except, you know, GMX is paying out in ETH. But it's got like these like different strategies, kind of. Whatever. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. They are the first and only options protocol on Arbitrum, enabling fast and cheap fees while still retaining the security of Ethereum mainnet. The first product release is single staking option vaults, SSOV. Users can currently deposit DPX or RDPX into these option vaults and earn yield on these assets. The SSOV is an automated strategy that the assets are used to sell options from users while also earning yield from the single staking pools for these respective assets on Dopex. This enables other users to speculate on the DPX and RDPX tokens, but purchasing call options on these assets. More assets are planned to be added to SSOV in the future. And here it is. Jpeg is happy to announce that we are planning to launch a SSOV for the Jpeg token on Dopex. Users will be able to purchase call options on Jpeg using the liquidity pools and options management suite provided by Dopex. In addition, we hope to make it seamless for minters of PUSD to purchase ETH calls or other assets provided by Dopex, using their NFTs as collateral. This opens up additional yield possibilities for holders of PUSD and also the ability to gain leverage by purchasing options on Dopex. I think on this one, we talk about the policy. CryptoPunk holders will deposit their punks as collateral into a vault and be able to mint PUSD. The DAO will initially seed liquidity for PUSD among a basket of other tokens in order to peg its value as close to $1 as possible at all times. Additionally, incentives will be offered to liquidity providers to add liquidity to this pool. This enables PUSD holders to easily exchange the token either to buy other cryptocurrencies or earn yield in DeFi and other ways. We recognize that not all CryptoPunk or NFT owners have savant-level understanding of DeFi and yield farming. Therefore, we will partner with other protocols in DeFi that are experts in yield farming and will make earning yield as easy as possible. The full details of this arrangement will be shared in a future post. And yes, I mentioned something before which is not related, but future yield is going to be a big market. Future yield, big market. Future yield, big market. The token generation event. We are proud to announce a token generation event for the Jpeg token, a valueless governance token that will be used to provide liquidity to the DAO and help secure the protocol. The TGE will take place in the next few weeks. The exact date will be announced shortly. All participants will receive the same token price regardless of when the coins are sent. In other words, you gain nothing from sending early and are not penalized for sending late. Bots have no advantage in the TGE. Funds sought for Jpeg tokens will be sent to the DAO treasury. The Jpeg'd protocol is already live on the Kovan network. This launch signifies an official product release for Jpeg'd as a transfer of control to the token holders. You can read more about this in the Medium post. As stated earlier, Jpeg is a valueless governance token that has no economic value. Its sole purpose is a utility token to govern the protocol. In exchange for swapping tokens to the DAO, you'll receive a valueless governance token with zero expectation of profit. The total supply of Jpeg will be 69 trillion? 69 billion 420 million, and the token split is represented in the diagram below. So you got the DAO gets 35%, you got a donation event, which is 30%, which I didn't quite necessarily understand the donation event, but I think it'll make sense like when this all rolls out. The team gets 30%, and the advisors get 5%. They had a cool set of advisors, actually. Team advisors tokens are vested 2 years linearly. The tokens from the donation event are unvested. Holders of Jpeg can create or vote on governance proposals that shape and oversee the protocol. Such proposals may include, but are not limited to, changing debt limits on vaults, changing deposit, interest fees, insurance, or any other type fees, approving increased credit limits for certain NFTs, etc. Stay tuned for the next post. They will be expecting us, apparently. About Jpeg'd. Jpeg is a novel revolutionary lending protocol that will enable NFT holders an opportunity to obtain credit on their assets while still retaining ownership of them. The protocol is completely decentralized and is governed by token holders of the native platform. The Jpeg will also form several synergistic relationships with other protocols within DeFi to increase the value generated by users. Jpeg has developed a creative insurance mechanism that will allow depositors to repurchase their NFTs back from the DAO in the event of liquidation. Let's consider them. Live on Coven? I've been looking, I've been trying to find. I would put a link in here. If anyone has a link to Jpeg, hit me up. Send it in the comments. But just gonna say, our vision for the future sees the NFT space expanding to music royalties and albums. We envision that one day musical artists will be able to own the rights to their music as an NFT and obtain a line of credit in the form of PUSD. Yeah! We have onboarded the most well-respected and knowledgeable members of both the DeFi and NFT community to help advise the project. We will be sharing more details of the protocol. I need to take a sip of all I have is water, or all I have is coffee right now. Hot water. It's good coffee. We will be sharing more details of the protocol, including lending mechanics, oracles, insurance, etc., in another blog post. U.S. residents or citizens will not be allowed to participate. The launch on the Coven network signifies an official product launch for the Jpeg protocol. DeFi is the future of France, and Jpeg'd is Paris. Yeah, we'll find out what happens here. I know I'm watching. Remember what they say: don't marry your bags. Chase, go where the alpha is, go where the profit is. Be profit maximalist. At least within the confines of participatory market. So we have Curve, which will at least be to some degree a focal point of future monetary policy globally. And there's all sorts of stuff being built on top of it. There's so much stuff being built on top of Curve. Convex was going bonkers. I recently discovered something called Bent Finance, which has been on a tear, absolute tear. Holy moly! It was at 13 when I started preparing for the episode. Absolute tear. Yeah, it was like down here somewhere. Yeah, somewhere around here. Getting ready for the episodes takes a long time sometimes, but as you can see, it's 11:20 earlier today. 1485. Bent Finance has a pretty serious return schedule. Wow, that jumped too. 233. And their LG is on sushi, and they are pairing with Dai. And personally, I was surprised by the low slippage, kind of. Like, I wasn't having too much, I haven't been, like, watching the pools to see, like, what the actual numbers of, like, one versus the other is. Like, if I have, like, the same amount that I started with, but the value has greatly appreciated. Like just today, like I'd say like the value of the pool itself appreciated 10%, like in addition to what I'm farming, which is awesome. This is a really great system, it seems. They're paying out in bent token for this one. Is this not it? Let's go to claims so it shows you what you can, what they're giving you. So like here, it gives you bent. But now if you give CVX CRV, which is a curve pool, you have to go to the curve factory. This one's bent CVX. So that's their bent CVX pool right here. They have CVX curve as well, which is a different one. And you put CVX curve in, and then you stake it over here, and it will give you bent, curve, and CVX. If you stake single asset bent here, it'll give you curve, CVX, spell, ALCX, and Lido. That's ETH2 staking. I cannot remember what the other one was that was on Touch and Rod's Bluff either. It's like one of their kind of competitors, whatever. You have Alchemex, that's loans that pay themselves off. You have Spell, magical internet money. Then you have Convex, CVX, which was built on top of Curve to, kick in that flywheel effect. And Curve itself being paid out is a great bet in the future. There are memes. There are memes. $60 curve. Personally, I think it's going to surpass that greatly by order of magnitude, especially when you consider that like it's less than I think it's like a 10x for curve right now to surpass Shiba Inu token and Doge. And when you think about what they have going on, I mean, like personally, I don't see too much information about them like actually innovating in the space. But what do I know? What do I know? I don't know. I've covered the Million Doge Dance game. That was pretty cool. I still think that might have been built in Ethereum anyway. I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know. Never mind. I don't know about that one. I'm not covering that on this episode. I'm just getting sidetracked. But you can stake Bent and earn 31, and this fluctuates. This one's been fluctuating. This one, I think I could get a little deeper in this one. 233. What's up with that? That's amazing. That's amazing. They're like, it's gonna be quite the machine, quite the money machine. And you know what I predict is I think they're gonna get out of this, and I think they're either gonna go to Curve itself. Like, I hope they go to Curve. If it was bent Curve, that'd be ideal. But they might go bent ETH in a Curve pool. But whatever happens, I think they're going to cut this one out at the end here, and they're going to go to a Curve pool. That's my assumption. But I don't know. I don't know. That's an assumption. You know what happens when you assume. Great returns on TriCrypto, which is a super great ARB on dollars, Bitcoin, ETH on Curve. I was thinking of increasing my exposure there as well. It's a good play. I think that's a good solid play. I wish TriCrypto had a Curve like attaché. Who knows? That'll come soon. A TriCrypto Curve pool, that would be boss. Yeah, so for that bent CVX, you can use CVX, and sometimes it'll even price in your favor, which is really cool. Bonus comes as an advantage from current coin prices, which usually appears for coins which are low in balance. So like sometimes you can add liquidity, and they'll be like, "Oh, cool! Look at this! The other one is kind of, there's more of the other one, so you get a bump, kind of, or like the one that you're looking for is cheaper, so you get a bump." Maybe there you go already. Oh, it's been quite the ride today. I haven't been doing the show in a long time, and I've just been really tired. And it's been a lot of work, but I've got a lot of real life stuff done, and also had time to like kind of like rebalance my own portfolio and really concentrate on this curve environment. And I think it's really great. And I'm also concentrating on innovation in the space. Like I said, I work for Rare Pizzas, um, and it has changed my life. I think it's a very like essential goal that we carry forward as part of both onboarding for crypto and for creating a quality of life uh, uh, opportunity that gives people who want to contribute to projects, and like also it creates a template for projects who want to enrich the lives of the people who contribute to their own projects. New Order is something that I find fascinating because they are kind of like a co-op to fund startups in the space. It's like a elevator pitch, I guess, maybe. What do they say? They say New Order, DeFi for all, a community-led venture DAO for DeFi. With sick rewards, what's all this here, you say? So they got an emission here, which is the NEWO token. You pair it with USDC, and you get some pretty hardy inflation. And they have single side staking as well. And I feel like this one, oh, this one might pay out and have an interesting payout. I'm not sure, or it might be self compounding. I can't remember what I was reading about it, but there's something interesting about what they have going on. But the thing that I think is so awesome is about how the DAO works. They have these cornerstone principles of protocol growth, launch protocol, or I mean, oops, sorry. Um, Launch protocol growth, treasury growth, allocate resources, and then they have like the processes of like the projects, the yield returns projects, fees, token growth, the DAO treasury, the strategic farming incubation token swaps. So like kind of like Toki where there's these like that's like the token reactor situation or whatever it was called, and there's these like interlocking uh, steps that make for a really cool high growth, high yield situation. So yeah, they have high inflation, and there's likely to be impermanent loss, for lack of a better word. But sometimes, if it just trudges up indeterminately, and then like uh, find some kind of like static ratio, usually you do pretty well. You might average down on, like percentage up versus raw hold. When you just have like the asset and you hold the asset versus uh, a play in DeFi where you're lending your yield, or where you're lending your liquidity and generating yield in return. Join our DAO, they will all say, and we will know that the kind of next stage of uh, political development on our planet will probably be decentralized organizations that are, competing for governance services and quality of life services. Last but not least, if you're up early, it's Sunday morning. Are you a developer? Are you a developer advocate? A technical writer? You love dabbling in Solidity and DAO tools? Well, Vote with Tally is hiring. We're hiring. Vote with Tally. PM me. That's Denison Bertram. He is kind of hero of mine. I think he's awesome. He's got so many cool creations in the space. He's contributed to art projects. He's contributed to DeFi projects. He's contributed to educational projects. He's contributed to build projects. He's contributed to all sorts of cool stuff. And he is a general, all-around nice human being in general too. So I'm just retweeting this. Retweeting that. I mean, see, they're hiring. Nothing has been financial advice. I'm just exploring things that I'm super into. I love crypto. Uh, I know not everybody has enough time to do all the research. This is my job. I just go around and I try things out and I research stuff and I read about different protocols and I talk to as many people as I can. And I dig and I do the research and I bring it to you and I hope you appreciate it. And I wish you all a weird one. I'm going to close with another number by Maxwell Bruno, who I greatly appreciate and hope that I can have a conversation with in the future. I genuinely adore his art. These buses drive me wild. I want one of these buses so bad. I'm gonna buy one of these when I get done filming this. I'm gonna buy probably both of these. Maybe I'll buy two of these. No, I'm gonna buy two of these, one of these. I'm gonna give one of these away. Hey, you want a bus? Let's figure out a cool giveaway for a bus. I've never done a giveaway. Let me do a giveaway. It'll be fun. This is Maxwell Bruno's awesome art. This is Maxwell Bruno's awesome music. I thank you for sitting with me this hour and then some. I thank you for taking the time. And I, again, wish you the weirdest.